Hello tanks and tankettes, I've got a slightly unusual viewer replay for you today in that it's from the Xbox One version of World of Tanks. But before everyone gets excited, well, the reason why I'm able to show you this is because the person that recorded it basically used a capture card on their PC to record from their own console. So it's not that I suddenly have the capability to do this, it's that this person gave me the video directly. Now this is Jack the Ripper. He actually did have his own YouTube channel, which I think I probably pimped out quite a while ago. It was a while ago, just because I thought he was doing it fairly well in terms of the videos he was putting out, and not a lot of people were covering the Xbox version, so yeah. But unfortunately he had to knock that on the head, I think primarily for time reasons, just having too much else going on in his life, so YouTube had to go, unfortunately. But he is still, I think, taking an interest in the game, and I don't know how recent this particular match is, although, well, I know when he sent it to me, but I don't know how recently it was recorded in relation to when he sent it to me. But regardless, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good game. Now, it's in the FE4202, and most of the tanks, my understanding is most of the tanks mostly relate to how they are in World of Tanks as well, but that's not 100% true. There are some vehicles that you'll find on the Xbox version that aren't in World of Tanks on the PC anymore, and there are some that have different characteristics as well. And you'll actually get to see one of those vehicles in this game. The enemy team actually has an Awful Panther, which of course is now sadly departed from World of Tanks. So there's his first kill. He's taken a bit of damage in return, but taking out a tier 9 heavy, that's pretty good going. And he's been able to use the good gun handling on the FV4202 and the gun depression to pretty decent effect. And yes, that's somebody just sending him a message there. I really can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But that's, you know, when you're playing on Xbox, of course, you have to be signed into Xbox Live, and therefore any notifications that are going to pop up on the screen, well, you can't really do anything about that, at least to my knowledge. I've never owned an Xbox, so I don't exactly know. I do have a PS3 though. So there's his next target, a Waffle E100. And you'll notice as he's doing all this, he's got the ribbons up there in the top right hand corner telling him exactly how well he's doing. And this actually originated in the Xbox version of the game, and then we saw it in Warships, and now it's in World of Tanks as well on the PC. So that's quite a nice feature. That's an example of something that one of the studios has come up with that's then spread as an idea. Because as far as I know, it's a separate studio that handles the Xbox side of World of Tanks. It's not all handled by Wargaming themselves. So he misses that shot, which is a rare miss. He does actually, I think, hit most of his shots in this game. And if they can take out this Waffle, then that's a pretty powerful tier 10 unit that's been knocked out. There's a cluster of heavy tanks ahead of them as well, but they do seem to have a pretty good showing of allied tanks on this flank also. So they're actually managing to be fairly aggressive here. They're doing fairly well in terms of knocking the health off these guys. These enemy players are in a very, very defensive position. Now, the IS-7 decides to push a little bit, and that's a very, very lucky and a very nice shot into the lower front plate of the IS-7 just as he's pulling back. So that's, yeah, that was a bit of a foolish move from the IS-7 to begin with, and then to get away with making that shot was, well, that just made it even better. Unfortunately, that one, well, side of the turret, that was never going to hit. But still, that first shot kind of, that was a bit silly. Now, he's actually got two platoon mates. You can see on the minimap there that they're down near the cap circle. And we can see that there are at least some enemy tanks and tank destroyers on the 0 line. There is no artillery in this game now. I don't know if that's true for the Xbox version generally. I don't know if artillery exists in the Xbox version, but I choose to believe that there's a version of World of Tanks out there that doesn't have artillery. Wouldn't that be marvellous? Anyway, takes another hit, but finishes off the Leopard 1. So that's his second kill. The E5's also looking very low health, and he just auto-aims to pop over to shoot the guy on this side, and gets away with it rather nicely. And for that kind of shot, well, actually, auto-aim is perfectly... If you've got the side of a tank like that, you just want to peek over a ridge, pull back immediately after firing rather than sitting and aiming. Auto aim actually works rather well for those kind of situations. It's not 100% reliable, of course, but in terms of minimising your exposure, it can be rather useful. So he missed his first shot on the AMX, but the second shot takes him, so that's his 5th kill. And if he can get the 75, it'll be a top gun. Now he rolls high on that, but not quite high enough to kill the guy with 1 shot. I don't even know if he could have. I don't know how much health the E75 has left exactly with the way health bars are displayed, but yeah, so somebody else gets the E75, but he maybe has a chance to get this IS-7 instead, who is a one-shot kill rather. The VKB meanwhile still on full health, but he's just been sat at range from all of this stuff that's shooting at him, so it's not the easiest way to eliminate a VKB. In fact, if you're in a VKB, that's absolutely ideal. You want people to be sitting at range shooting at you, and it makes hitting those weaker areas much harder. Now, I don't know if the rain effect, which is rather nice, actually has any effect on visibility or anything. This is one of the few things that the Xbox version does do that's completely unique to the Xbox version, is have weather of various kinds. There's also a couple of unique variants of premium tanks. There's also a couple of the premium tanks generally that are very, very rare in World of Tanks that you'll see a lot more in this game, but there aren't any in this particular match, unfortunately. Maxwell did for a while do some coverage of World of Tanks Xbox, and I think he just decided to concentrate on this, well, the PC version and the other games that he was doing. And obviously Maxwell also does have a business and a job. He runs his own bar, so when you're in that kind of position, you've got to pick and choose what you're covering quite carefully. But as to other people that cover Xbox, I don't actually know. I don't know if there are any big channels that really do that kind of coverage. Now, he got bilked out of a kill before by a low damage roll. The Awful Panther had 1 health remaining, and that kind of low damage roll is pretty frustrating, but he's managed to pick up another low damage kill that kind of makes up for it. He managed to get the Rheinmetall. So he's now up to a Radley Walters, or it would be a Radley Walters in World of Tanks. I'm not sure if they have... I'm not sure if the awards are exactly the same. I think there might be 1 or 2 differences. Anyway, the Ag Tiger gets tracked but immediately repairs, and although the ST1 has died in a very nice place to provide some cover, he had to expose himself to take the shot, and while he got the kill, he's now on not a lot of health. However, this is the last enemy tank, and yeah, he kind of messed that up. He kind of jinxed just as he fired the shot, and it went way over, but anyway. The next one he tries for the tracks. He's wanting to track the guy for his allies, and then decides to do, pointing his gun in my direction. But he sat here on 9 kills, so you know what? He decides to take the risk. Into the roof, and bam, 24 health for the last kill. So 10 kills. That was pretty decent, and you better believe that he will be at the top of his team with a result like that. Now, I have no idea how the economy compares in terms of like, you've got to be paying for Xbox Live in order to even play World of Tanks on the Xbox, and there's also the premium account on top of that. But that was a bunch of medals, as you can see. He was top of his team, and 7.8k damage plus 10 kills was worth nearly 2,000 base XP. So I'm going to guess that I mean, that seems like kind of how it would be more or less in World of Tanks as well. You can see some detailed stats there. 39 shots fired, 31 hits, 25 pens. So yeah, it seems like the rewards are largely similar. I don't know if that's entirely true, but as for all the medals he got, well, we'll take a proper look at those at the end. But yeah, Pool's medal was very good. The Top Gun, he got one called what was that? It looks like a Bolter's medal. It looks like the old school Bolter's medal, but it's Devastator? There we go. I had to look that up. Yeah, and alongside that, he got all of his ribbons. I think he got Bruiser, he got Fire for Effect, Duelist. So, yeah, that was a pretty good game, and an ace tanker on top of all that. So, yeah, I think even though most of the people watching this will have never played the Xbox version, I think you can still appreciate a good game of World of Tanks when you see it, and maybe I'll bring more of these in the future. I don't know. We'll see. So if you've enjoyed this, you can hit the like button, you can leave any comments below, you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, stay tuned for more.